Here we go. Another lesson learned from living with a software engineer. My husband and I were cooking dinner the other night, and I had asked him about some term I'd read in a book and asked if that was a real term that people had used in his world. And he said, no, the term that I'm looking for, he said, is called technical debt. Technical debt is the cost of doing something too quickly, speedy, a quick fix thing. That it's going to, the debt that you're incurring that's going to cost you later on down the line. So in the software engineering world, this might be I'm forcing some code through that's actually really crappy and it's going to cost us time, energy, and effort later to figure out what went wrong and why, and someone's got to rebuild it, the whole nine yards. And per usual, as he's telling me this, I'm thinking about the way that I operate as a high D, go, 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 high achievement person versus the way that he operates as a high C, strategic systems and making sure things are done right the first time. And I'm thinking about all of you guys who tend to also be on that high D side of the spectrum. So, what does technical debt look like in the sales team world? Because we have it too, guys. It's not just coding people. In the sales team world, a couple of areas that I thought about is first and foremost, hiring the wrong person. I don't know how many times I've heard people get enamored with the interviewee, with a potential recruit, and then realize a few weeks, months down the line that they were not the right person, and now they are unraveling what they have created. We all know that that costs us time, money, energy, morale. It's an expensive form of technical debt. Second thing that comes to mind is chasing the revenue streams that are working right now rather than actually intentionally building out a sales pipeline that's going to feed us over the long haul. See all the time that we go for the very lowest hanging fruit, which is fine. I understand that. Without ever actually creating a long-term system and plan lead gen model that's going to feed us forever and ever. Amen. And the third thing that immediately came to mind is skipping using the tools, spreadsheets, research, whatever you're using, the CRM to actually create a database that is usable and processable and trackable over the long haul. Constantly using sticky notes, or I'll just remember that, or looking back through text messages on your phone. So if you're feeling like, man, I might have some technical debt that I need to address, first and foremost, let's start to adopt and embrace sustainability over speed. I know we talk a lot about go fast and break things in our environment in general. Sometimes that can be an absolute detriment to our long-term growth. So instead, there's three areas I would encourage you to look at just to take a look and to see, do I have technical debt in these areas? If so, can I improve upon it? The first thing is let's revisit your hiring strategy and focus more over quality instead of urgency. I know that it feels when you need to hire someone that if it doesn't happen right now, you're going to lose your mind. If we can create some systems and some checks into play now when you're not in a dire situation to bring someone on, it'll slow you down intentionally in the right way when you are looking to hire someone. The second thing is, of course, we need to build a lead gen system that is going to scale as your business grows. So this is actually having a plan in place that isn't just plucking the lowest hanging fruit, but is actually bringing in leads and nurturing them to maturity. And then the last thing is make space for reflection and to refine the plans that you've created to make sure that they're actually still working. We have to pivot sometimes. We can't just operate under the same MapQuest map that we set out from in the beginning. We need to look at, has there been a road closure? Are there issues that we need to address? And if so, pause and actually change it. Technical debt, like any other debt, is not a debt that we want to accumulate. We can be more intentional about not bringing that on, or at least not bringing on the forms of it that are actually slowing us down and holding us back for the growth that you want.